Quazi here, and in this video, I'm going to share with you how to upgrade your beliefs so that your manifestation comes very, very quickly. At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you 2 keys that are also going to help you get to a point where you get to conviction with your beliefs and make use of this mirror principle of reality to your advantage. Before I begin this video, I wanted to quickly announce that I'm doing a free giveaway of my book, Life Mastery. If you want to enroll into a competition to win this book for completely free at the end of the week, just comment Life Mastery down below. And every single Friday, we'll be picking one lucky winner to get this book for completely free in the ebook format. Also, I'm super excited to announce that the free one-to-one consult spots have opened up. If you want to enroll into this consult, understand how you can apply for it, wait till the end of the video for the announcement on that. And with that, let's get started with this video. So this video, I want to talk to you about upgrading your belief system and why this is even key. Now, in the previous video, I talked about faith, okay, and how faith is completely irrelevant to belief, right? You shouldn't even be worrying about belief if you're working on faith. So why both of them are equally important is because they operate on 2 different dualities. It's like yin and yang. Belief is that which occurs in the mind. Faith is that which occurs in the heart. You need both of them at a certain level for there to be coherence so that your heart and your mind come together in unity. That is when the most powerful force called outer intention is born. If you want to learn more about outer intention, click up here. It's a concept from a book called Reality Transurfing by an author called Vadim Zeland, who is a Russian quantum physicist who wrote this insane Bible-like book on reality, how it works, and the quantum model of it. So definitely suggest you check out this video to understand more about heart and mind coherence and also outer intention. So with that, let's talk about this belief system, getting to a point where within our minds we're convinced that this will become a reality for us. Now, most people fail with manifestation, fail with acting as if, because the belief is missing, right? They just feel like an imposter. So when you first start off, it's completely natural for you to, act as if and be like, oh, what gives me the right to do this? It just doesn't feel right. It feels uncomfortable. But this is when most people give up, right? Because it feels uncomfortable at first. Anything's going to feel uncomfortable at first. It's kind of like riding a bike. When I first started making these YouTube videos, you can even click up here to check my first video, I wasn't even confident. I spoke really slow. I spoke completely differently. And my face was like... So definitely click up here to check my first video. But with that being said, at first I was always uncomfortable. So what gives me the right to make videos like this? I'm not even an authority. What gives me the right to do that? A lot of work, a lot of internal work later, I'm here. A lot of practice later, I'm here. So because I kept up that original attitude and I acted as if, even though I wasn't there with my beliefs then, over time it got cultivated until when I came to this point, right? So with that being said as well, what we're conditioned to do nowadays is whenever things aren't going away, we quickly express our dissatisfaction to them. So whenever things are going well, we don't express gratitude. But when things are not going well, we're very, very quick to express dissatisfaction. This is also another big reason why most people fail to upgrade their belief systems. Okay? So remember, whatever you focus on, it will grow more and more. If we keep focusing on things that aren't going our way, we just become pessimists, right? Optimists become very, very successful with the law of attraction, with manifestation, because they always focus on things that they would like to see. And towards the end of this video, I'm going to explain to you, how desire is born and, how it's really the opposite scale of resistance. And it always begins with resistance. So to give you an example of this, me in my personal life, I was always at a point where, whenever my income wasn't going the way that I wanted, I was like, oh, it's the 15th of the month and I haven't even made this much. Dude, how is this going to happen? How am I going to make my 20K month? Nothing's going my way. Everything's shit. I'm not getting consults. Nothing's going my way, blah, blah, blah. And I would always complain, right? So I'm always expressing dissatisfaction, ignoring the things that are going well. The very fact that, wait, I'm not doing a 9 to 5. I'm not doing a toxic full-time job. Life is still great. I'm healthy. I'm great. I feel fantastic. Life is great. I have a healthy family. People don't even have, some people might not even have both of their parents alive. I have that. So instead of noticing what is going well in our lives, we always express dissatisfaction towards what isn't. Okay, that is the biggest point of failure. So even with your income, right? Let's say you want to work on your career and something isn't going your way, you always express dissatisfaction, which then moves you away from that thing you were trying to manifest anyways, because you keep hampering on resistance. And then with my relationship, I saw that, my relationship isn't going the way that I want with my wife or with Bridget. My affirmations aren't working. It's not going the way that I want. I'll never get to that point in my ideal relationship. Looks like things aren't going well. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Right? So always expressing dissatisfaction as opposed to, wow, I'm actually in a relationship, right? So there's always two sides to the coin. It's whatever you're focusing on. You're creating more and more of this. And I know you've heard this a lot, but really the bigger underlying reason behind this is because the reality is like a mirror. This is the mirror principle of reality. So make sure you pay close attention to this. Our internal world determines our external world. Okay? So you're seeing this arrow here. It's showing that the internal world actually creates the external world. Your thoughts, your attitudes, your emotions, your actions, all of this is termed as karma. Okay, we call this karma in the yogic sciences. Karma isn't just, what goes around comes around. Karma literally translates to action. Action in the form of thought, action in the form of belief, action in the form of ideology, action in the form of energy, action in the form of physical action. Okay? All of this is karma. Karma is the only thing that creates reality. Your internal world is determining your external world. Action, physical action, is the last step before you arrange it and make it happen. Now what most people do is this reversible cycle. They use their external world as a basis of how they should feel within. So the very reason that people can't act as if and keep it up is because they're looking out into their external world too much. They're looking at the current state of things and they're saying, look, I'm not getting subscribers. One hateful comment on my new video. Shit, I should just quit now while I'm at it. So they see that and then they give up. So it's always a question of who's going to yield first. Are you going to yield first, or is reality going to yield first? If you keep up your attitude for long enough, if you keep up your conviction, your belief, your acting as if for long enough, eventually reality is going to yield. There's no way around it. It just takes some time to work with it. But most people don't even have the patience to do that because they see something, they're staring in the mirror. So this is how the mirror of reality works. There is an image and then there's a reflection. The reflection is the physical reality. Okay? This is the reflection. The external world is a reflection of your internal world. Internal world is the image. You consciously craft the image you would like to see. Pay very close attention to this. With your karma, with your thoughts, actions, with all of the internal world stuff, with the karma, you create this image. And this image then translates into the reflection. The mirror will not smile before you. So when you do this, most people, they look at the reflection, the current reflection of how they should feel within. It's a great paradox because in the mirror of reality, the reflection isn't immediate. If I smile in the mirror right now, it's going to smile immediately. But in the mirror of reality, it takes some time. There is a delay time for it to smile. This is the special quality of the mirror. There is a delay time involved. So what we do is we look at the reflection of the past and then we form the attitudes we want to feel within. Okay? Not what we want to feel within, but rather what we see we should feel within. So there is a dependency on the external world now. We stare too much at the reflection. We don't look at the reflection, we stare at it. This is why most people fail. They use their external world as a basis for how their internal world should be. But really, you're drawing state from without now. You're not drawing state from within. You want to get to a point where you draw state from within, not without. So the best way to upgrade your belief is to completely ignore what is outside right now and brainwash yourself. The best way to upgrade your belief is to brainwash yourself. And now I'm going to share with you 2 keys that have helped me personally get to a point where it doesn't matter what's around me. I believe what I want to. When you believe what you want to, your life happens the way you want it. Okay? So with that, let's get to that. Step 1 is gratitude. I know you've probably heard this a lot, but gratitude towards what you already have. I know you hear this a lot. I know you've practiced this a lot, but this is really the biggest key. And it's not even more about gratitude. It's more about confirming what you already have. Seeing that you have a lot and a lot is coming to you. When you start to look at the little things, they start to snowball into the larger things. Okay? So align them with what you're working on achieving. So now I'm going to give you an example. Let's say income-wise, I get a client come in or someone shows interest. Instead of saying, oh, that should have happened a long time ago, come on, why isn't my income going the way that I wanted already? Come on. Where's the big break? That's what I'm trying to get, a quick result. That's what most people try to do. They try to get a lottery win. They go, I'm trying to get a lottery win. That's not what you want to do. This is a process of continuous improvement, Kaizen, right? When someone shows interest in my program, income-wise, this is going to be good for me if someone joins. What I do is, someone's showing interest? This is good. This means that everything's going the way it should. Good things are coming my way. So you use that as confirmation of your becoming. You use that tiny little thing to fuel yourself. So now you're looking into the mirror. You're not staring into the mirror. You look at the reflection and you say, oh, look, there's a good thing there. And you ignore anything that goes against your worldview. Okay? You become very, very biased. That's what you want to do with reality creation. Whatever you like, you use it to fuel your state. Whatever you don't like, you completely ignore it. So let's say relationship-wise, maybe you're working on becoming more attractive and someone stares at you longer than usual. I used to do this, in college, someone would stare at me longer than usual. I'd be like, wow, I must be attractive. She's just stared at me she just completely stared me down for 5 seconds. I must be attractive. As you keep doing this over time, the belief gets cultivated more and more. It gets larger and larger until it becomes a part of you, until it becomes a conviction, until your internal world is complete. Okay? So that's the first step. Get to a point where you become grateful towards what you already have and align with what you're achieving. Wow, I'm so grateful that happened. This is contributing to my becoming. See, I am attractive. You use that. At first, you got to trick yourself. There is no other way. You got to trick yourself. But as you keep doing this over time, you just forget that fine line between where you were tricking yourself and where the reality was. And then it becomes a conviction within you. It becomes a complete reality. When you're first working on becoming attractive, you're going to see little signs here and there. You got to be very, very aware, very, very observant, very, very conscious of these signs and use them towards your growth, your becoming. Number 2, what you want to do is whenever your attention goes towards what you don't want, you immediately bring it back to what you do want instead. So what happens is most people, there's this scale, right? Most people begin at resistance. You look in the mirror, you don't like the way you look, you say, I'm going to go to the gym and get bulky. Okay? So that's the desire. Desire is get bigger. Resistance is don't be scrawny. Don't be scrawny, Quazi. Become muscular. But then what we do is when we don't see the results, we're like, oh shit, I'm still scrawny. We keep hopping on the resistance. We keep drumming up the resistance. So more and more of this becomes our reality. We keep staring into the reflection of what we're seeing right now. Literally, you're looking in the mirror right now, you don't see the muscles, you're like, it just wasn't meant to be. This becomes your internal world. And then this reflects out into the external world with a delay. Instead, if you started focusing on what you do want instead, you're like, muscular Quazi, visualize the muscular Quazi. Look, I can lift a little bit more now. It's working. Mirror starts to reflect that more and more until it snowballs. Okay? So step 2 is whenever your attention goes towards what you don't want, immediately use that to switch it back into what you do want instead. And that's it. These are 2 very simple steps, but they're very, very powerful. Okay? I use this stuff every single day of my life. Sometimes I forget, but then I remind myself. I watch my own videos, I remind myself. All right? So I want you to practice this as well. promise you won't regret it, because I recently had a client ask this as well. How do you program yourself to start believing that you are attractive, you are wealthy? Well, this is it. You upgrade your beliefs by looking for little confirmations of them happening every single day. Right? And with that, I conclude this video, and also just as a quick recap, what we talked about. Most people fail with acting as if because the belief is missing. And by the belief being missing, what they do is they come across a wall. They're like, oh no, challenge in my external world. Shit. Turn back, go back, quit YouTube videos. You don't need to do this. It's not worth it. Just stay in your comfort zone. Whew. Safe here. And we have been conditioned to express dissatisfaction towards what we don't want rather than express satisfaction with what we do want and what is going well. And prominent areas of my life are income, when my income isn't coming in the way that I want, and my relationships, when it's not going the way that I want. I'm like, shit, well, nothing's really going my way. And what you got to know is your internal world gives rise to your external world. But we use our external world to influence our internal world. But the problem with that is the external world, everything you're seeing right now, is the thoughts and actions you had in the past that's producing this. So you're reliving the past, you're reliving Groundhog Day. And the best way to upgrade your belief is to consciously brainwash yourself, not unconsciously get brainwashed by something else. And the two keys we talked about are, first of all, gratitude towards what you do have already. Use every little thing to fuel you, snowball you into that version of yourself you're becoming and to that reality you're wanting to experience. For example, income-wise, if someone expresses interest in my program, I'm like, it is going my way. Everything is going as it should. Awesome. And for relationships, someone's looking at me for longer than usual. I am attractive. That's what I used to do in college. Number two, whenever your attention switches to resistance, just bring it back into desire. I'm scrawny. I don't like being scrawny. I don't like being scrawny. Well, I want to be muscular. That's what I want. Bring it back into that. And then bring it back to, okay, what's proof that I am muscular? Look, I went to the gym last month and I'm actually better. I'm actually putting effort into going to the gym. You're going to always find something. You just have to look. Just look and ignore everything that doesn't serve it. Because whatever you're looking for, you're going to find. With that, I conclude this video, and I sincerely hope this helped. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell there so you're notified of any new video that I put out. Also, if you've been watching for a while, leave me a comment letting me know what you've thought of this, what you're thinking about my videos, what topics you would like to see. I love to hear what you guys think, and always open to feedback. Also, I'm super excited to announce that the free one-to-one consult for the Reality Mastery program is open. If you want to sign up, make sure you click on the link in the description below, and I hope I see you there. Also, if you didn't know about the Reality Mastery program, it's essentially the most powerful paradigm of manifestation. The only way you're going to see any changes in your external world is just your internal world changes completely. And I saw that with everything else I was doing, there was always temporary results, incremental results, but never permanent ones. It's because some part of me was being held back and falling back into my old self. The only way to do that is to transform yourself at the very, very core, which is what we do with the Reality Mastery program. That's why our clients are getting such insane results in their lives, and you're seeing videos, testimonials every single day. And so if you're wanting to experience this in your personal life, you're sick of living Groundhog Day, want to transform your life completely, make sure you click on the link below to sign up for a free consult, see how we can help you out. Also, make sure you take advantage of our free Facebook group as well. Just click on the link in the description below for that, and I hope I see you there. Till next time, peace.